Hello and welcome to English on this lovely, well, I don't know if it's lovely because we can't see into the future. But it's not their day now, is it?
No, it's not our day then.
I know, but
it's English!
It's English.
I'm Mr. A, he's Mr. S, and we're going to get a bit of a move on. We're having one of our reading lessons today, so in the descriptions below, there is a text that we would like you to go away and read. It's only a short one, but the reason we're giving you this today is we're looking at practicing some more of our English skills, and it's not always involving writing. Yesterday we gave you a writing task on synonyms and antonyms, but today we're giving you a reading skill. So, let's say I'm reading a text, Mr. S, and it's a really, really good text, but, you know, if I'm honest, I'm not understanding every single word. Is it a good idea if I just carry on ploughing through and just read it all and go, I read a book, although I didn't understand all of it?
It's not a good idea. Yeah, now this is something I actually care a lot about, okay? There's a girl in my class who does send us some stuff in, actually, and she is very good at this. In class, she will always put her hand up if she hasn't understood a certain word that I've used. Other children might just sit there quiet and be like, okay, yes, I've no idea what that means, but okay. But she will always say, Mr. S. She will always say, Mr. S, what does that word mean? And when I was a kid, I was the same. I would read a book, and if I came across a word that I didn't know, I would always ask, because there's no point coming across a word you don't know and then just moving on, because you're not really understanding what's going on.
No, wait there. Now, Mr. S, I know about this, because sometimes on our modern-day phones, or if you've maybe got a Kindle and you're reading a book, when you tap on the word, it gives you the definition, but you didn't have a phone or a Kindle back then.
No.
There's none of those in our classroom. So what's this girl asking for, and what did you ask for if there was no one around?
But when I was a kid, I used to ask my dad if he knew the meanings, but if he wasn't around, and again in class, maybe you're just quietly away from your desk and your teacher's busy doing something else, there is a way for you to do it too, and that is using one of those.
What is one of these?
They are called dictionaries. Now, they might look a bit old-fashioned to you, but nowadays, like Mr. A said, you can use computers, you can use tablets, and use phones to find the meaning of words, and I still do it now. If I'm reading a news article and someone uses a word, I'm thinking, that sounds like a good word. I want to be able to use that word, but I can't use it until I've learned the meaning of it, and that's what a dictionary is for. Now,
that's going to take me a long time to read. Let's say I'm struggling on a random word. I'm going to have to read a lot of this to find out.
You remember the professor did that video, didn't you? The 26 challenge where he read the whole thing. That is just silly. You don't need to do that. You just need to look. It's in alphabetical order. And do you know what? I was about to explain to them how to use a dictionary, but I feel like the professor would get very upset. This is his favourite book, actually. This is his one. I think it's only right that we give it to the professor and he can read it and explain it to us. Do you think that's fair?
Yeah, so we'll hand over to the professor now, and then after that, if you click on the link, we'll see you later.
Professor, catch.
Oh, good catch, Professor, but what's happened to your hair?
My hair has been taken to the dry cleaners, okay? It's quite a bit messy, so I've put this fetching hat on, as you can see. Bit of a trilby kind of bowler hat situation, but yes, my hair's in the dry cleaners. Anyway, you'd like to know how to use a dictionary. Well, as you know, this is my favourite book. I read it in its entirety. I hope the editing department didn't cut any of it out because it was all essential. Anyway, how to use a dictionary? Well, so you look at the word in your book and you see the letters in order and you can start finding it in here. So it starts with A and it goes all the way through. So if you were looking for the word conductor, you would look first of all at the letter C. So A, B, C. Then I look for the second letter, which is an O. So I go to C-O, and I find the word coat. Well, I've got to go a bit further, because the third letter is an N, which comes after A. So colony, it goes after that. Colossal, comfort. So I'm close, but I keep going, and eventually I find... So I've gone to the word confectionery, but now I've gone too far, because the fourth letter is an F. And in conductor, the fourth letter is a D, which comes before F. So I go up the page, and I find it. So then I have my word conductor. So the word conductor has 3 different meanings. So how do we know which one applies to the word you're looking for? Well, I read the definition. So for conductor, it says someone who conducts an orchestra or a choir, someone who moves around a bus selling tickets, or something that lets heat and electricity pass through it. So then I go back to my book, and I think, well, which one of these must it be? So I look at my book, and my book says, I sat down on the 82 going towards the city centre, and the conductor came and stamped my ticket. Well, then when I've looked at that, I can clearly see that's not a thing that lets heat and electricity pass through it, and it's not someone doing an orchestra, it is the middle one. So sometimes you have to look at the word in your story, we call it the context, And that might also help you find the definition. And the dictionary has many words for you to find the meaning of. And it's a very useful device. And that's why it is my favourite book.
Thank you, Professor Hopalopper Kettle. Great explanation. Now, Mr. A, what have the boys and girls got to do today?
Well, as I mentioned before, there is a text down below that we would like you to go and read. But we want you to be looking and highlighting for certain words that you don't know the meaning of or you're a little bit confused by. And when you highlight those words, we then want you to go away and research what the definition of those words are. Now, hopefully around your house you have a dictionary somewhere. But as mentioned before, if you do not have a dictionary, then if you have another device around your home, such as a phone or a computer or a tablet, you'll be able to use that to go and research the meanings of those words. And we just want you to make a list of the words you didn't understand and then the meanings that you found out.
Simple.
See you later.